this one takes us to the kitchen, but not just a kitchen appliance. This is really speaking to one of the most popular sort of ways that we're starting to cook nowadays, and I'm included in that. And that's maybe taking out some of the extra carbs and some of the extra fat out of our food, but still being able to have the foods that we like. Let's say like spaghetti. Instead of having regular pasta noodles, you can have zucchini noodles. Or squash noodles, or even sweet potato noodles and different things. But the way that you get that noodle shape, you need something like, that can give you that spiral cut. And that's what Dash does. It's the 3-blade spiral slicer. And it's very simple, very easy to use. And we're showing this one cutting up a lot of different kinds of vegetables. Look at those are beets. So you can imagine, you can literally reimagine the salads and the dishes and the recipes that you like to eat and cook anyway, but you're doing it with vegetables. You're feeding your body better, you're feeding your family better, and you're doing it easy thanks to Dash. You choose your color. We've got it in blue, green, black, or red. What you're going to get and what you're gonna get when, and I'll demonstrate with this blue, it's like a blue aqua color, is that you get the unit itself, and you'll notice that it comes in a couple of parts. This is the part that gives you the spiral, and this is the cup that it all falls into. Now you can spiral directly into the pot that you're cooking from. Oh, sorry, I turned the top off. But because you do want to take this one apart and put the blades on the inside there. But what you would do is you would pop in that blade, and you get 3 blades. And the blades are the thin spiral, the thick spiral, and the slicing blade. So you can determine how thick or how thin you want something to cut, how wide or how narrow you want something to cut. You pop in the blade, and you're good to go there. And then you pop in your vegetable, or your potato, or whatever it is, and you spiral that around. You've got, again, those 3 interchangeable blades, the thin, the thick, and the slicing blade. This also comes along with 20 recipes as well. So if you're saying, okay, I would like to try this. I've seen this, I've heard people talking about this, but I wanna try it. I'm not really sure how, what kind of dishes I'm gonna make. You've got 20 recipes that can come right along with this. So you can do your baked sweet potato shoestring fries. You can do rosemary beet chips. Ooh, that sounds really good. And you've got pictures here too. You can do something sweet like your baked apple cinnamon chips. These are the kind of things that you can do at home. You can feed your family fresher. You can feed your family easier. You're getting 20 recipes that can get you started. There are millions of recipes also on HSN, like if you're looking kind of online, you can find lots of other recipes that you can go ahead and use, but it all comes and all starts with having the right tools to give you that spiral cut. These are the 3 blades where you can have a thicker cut, a thinner cut, and a wider cut on that one as well. And you would just pop the blades on the inside, and then you're good to go. Cleanup is very simple as well, so I don't want you to feel like, uh-oh, after I get everything done, it's gonna take me forever. Nope. You can just take it apart. It's gonna be a quick wash, pop it back together, and you're good to go. And this is all from Dash. Dash is a brand, and their motto is unprocess your food, which means if you are looking to eat a little bit easier, eat a little bit healthier, cook easier, and try, and kind of get excited about the foods that we eat already, this helps you to do that. We've got it for you on a price break. So you're saving about $5 by getting this today. And there are a lot of different kinds of tools that you're seeing out there right now that give you that spiral kind of cut. You can pay a lot, from $19.95 to $200. There's a large range of how much you could pay for a tool like this. But if you're saying, you know what, I just wanna try it. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna love it, and I don't, I just kind of want to dip my toe in. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I don't want something that's going to be too complicated or anything like that. No worries there. It comes again along with your separate parts, so it makes it easy for you to clean. And that's very important as well, because if it's not easy to clean, then you're not really going to use it. You're going to put your blade down in there, and you've got 3 different blades. We don't have any of them in right on this one, but you're going to pop your blade in there. You're going to put your fruit here, push it together, and you just start turning. And it's that simple. That's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be complicated in order for it to be healthy. Because sometimes when we think, I wanna eat healthier, we think, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to relearn how to cook everything that I already know how to cook. I have to relearn how to eat. I have to try these weird different kinds of foods and fruits and vegetables that I don't like. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to do any of that. Keep eating the kinds of foods that you like to eat. Maybe just instead of, let's say, a pasta, you use a vegetable and do the same